Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I'm out in my workshop. It's 65 degrees here in my workshop, and it's in the 50s outside today here in Clearwater, Florida at approximately 9:40 in the morning. And I was kind of straightening things up. I haven't been out here in a while because it's been too cold. And I ran across this, which I did a review of this last month, which is the Passport to World Band Radio book. They came out once a year up until I believe 2010, and I really love these things because they've got some interesting reviews of radios. This is the 2007 edition. So I was looking through it and I thought, this has got a lot of radios in it that I would like to have. And so I thought I'd show you the radios that I've been trying to get to review on my show. So let me see if this is going to work out as far as the lighting and reflections and everything. I'm going to zoom in. Maybe that's too much. And I do have a reflection on the cover, but we're not going to use the cover. And we're going to go back here in the back where there are reviews of radios that were kind of in this time frame. And here's the first one here. And I'll zoom in and out, drive you nuts. But this is an Eaton E5. Now this is very similar to other radios, and I think it looks so familiar that I probably have another radio by a different manufacturer that's very much like this. I think I have a Radio Shack radio that looks like this, but it probably was made by Eaton. So I don't need that one. And this is the little Eaton, and it was previously a Grundig, the Mini 300 PE. I've seen a couple of reviews of this. I wasn't too impressed, but I'd like to find one myself for a reasonable price and give it my own review. So that's what I'm looking for. I did a review of this. This is the Sony AN-LP1 loop antenna. I did a review of that. I've zoomed in as far as I can zoom in. Let me do this. So there it is. Comes with this loop, this interconnecting device, and matter of fact, I've got this guy right here. That's this right here. This is the tuner amplifier. And I did a review of that. Wasn't too impressed, but maybe I just didn't spend enough time with it. So I'm not looking for that. Here is, in this particular one, let me see if I can get it in the frame here. This particular one says it's a Kiowa KA818. Now this one, it says that, but yet, it's also an Texan R818. Kind of similar to this one back here, but not exactly the same. Yeah, I'd like to find one of those and try it. I haven't tried one of those. This one's a sharper image. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. This one, it would be extremely difficult to find. I'd love to find one. Let me raise it up so you can see it a little better. Right there it is. Of course, my focus is no good. I wonder if I can turn autofocus on while I'm filming. It looks like I was able to. But will it autofocus? Nope. That was a cool idea that went nowhere. But anyway, this is a Sony ICF SW07. Fairly unique in that it had this funky display here. It scored 3.25 stars out of 5. So that looks interesting. It's sold for, I'm trying to find a price. They don't have a price in US dollars, but it sold for 389 marks in Germany. That's what it sold for originally. Here is the Sony SW7600GR. I have one of those. I've done a couple of reviews of that, but don't need that one. And it got 3 1/8 stars. Here's the Eaton 5 again. Don't know why I have it twice. Here's a DGen 1102. Don't have one of those. I'm sorry, I don't have it in the frame. I'd like to find one of those. Let's see, it got 3 stars. There's also a Kato KA1102. I'm trying to remember the model I do have that I reviewed. I think it was 1108. So, yeah, I'd be interested in finding one of those. So you can see there's a lot of radios I haven't reviewed, you know, even though I've reviewed hundreds of radios. I haven't reviewed them all. Okay, this is, let me get it closer to the camera again. There we go. Come on, autofocus, do your job. This is one I've been looking for quite some time. This is a Sony ICF SW55. I have one similar to this, but it's enough different that I'd like to get one of those. It only, let's see, no, wrong, I'm looking, yeah, it only scored 2 7/8 stars out of 5. Not too good, but it is very unique with this, whoa, where'd it go? With this big display. There's the Sangean ATS 909. I reviewed the 909X, so I don't need that one. This is, and I thought this was a new radio. Let me get it in the screen here. I thought this was a new, I apologize, the graphics and my camera's not doing a very good job. I thought this was a newer radio. It's a Sony radio. It's the PT-80. And I thought it would be a pretty good radio, but I think two hands in a radio, I think he was the person that reviewed this, and he said it wasn't that great. And it scored 2 7/8 stars. Not too good. Not looking for that one. Not looking for that one. This is the ICF SW35, 2 5/8 stars. Not really looking for that. There's the Sangean, I believe this is, let me go back one page. This is the, oh no, this is DGN. That's a little conversion. Oh, they said, I'm not sure what that one is. I'm not sure which one of these reviews. Oh, here it is. ATS 404. Looks very similar. I'm sorry. It looks very similar to either a Sangean radio I did review or a Radio Shack. I think I reviewed a Radio Shack that looked with the buttons down here looked like this. Wasn't too impressed. So that one's a no. This one, nah, that's a definite no. I'm not even going to mention it. I did review this one. This is the Grundig G2000. Wasn't a bad radio. They gave it 1.5 stars. Yeah, it really looked nice. It was, the radio itself was designed by a car manufacturer. Let's see if they mentioned, I can't remember who it was. It was a European car manufacturer. German styled, no. It was a German manufacturer of cars that designed this, and it looks really nice, but didn't work very good. Here's an Eaton E1100. Again, this is kind of a generic radio. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. There's a Kabuto. Yeah, forget that. There's a Grundig A1004. Nah. I mean, the problem is, and the reason I'm not really interested in reviewing these, because they have those name brands, they think they're worth more, and they're really cheap radios. Forget it. I mean, I'd pay $10 for them, but I wouldn't pay 40 or 45. This is an interesting radio. I've been tempted to get one of these. You can find these quite often. This is a DGen DE108. Pretty unique looking radio. Performance-wise, it says 1.5 stars, so that's kind of why. Yeah, take that off my list. Texan R333, not 1.5 stars. Okay, now we can go over to the bigger radios. Now this is a very, very unique radio. It's pretty old. It's an Eaton E1. And let's see, what kind of rating did they give it? It's fairly expensive. You could find a used one. Oh, 4 3/8 stars. Wow. Right there, 4 3/8 stars for this Eaton E1, and they are in huge demand. So you will pay big bucks for a used one of these. So I'd like to have one, but I mean he's going for like $350 and up. That's way out of my price range. Now here is a very familiar, this particular one, let me go back to the previous page. Oh, there's one we missed. This is the one I have. Now I have the ICF SW77. That's the one I have, and I've done reviews of it. Pretty nice radio. They give it only 3 3/4 stars. Boy, I rated it much higher than that. Now, what is this? This is this particular radio. You can see, oh, you can't see. You can see it under many brand names, such as CC Crane, that's one, and others. And this one is a Red Sun RP2000, or a Roadstar TRA2350P. So this gets branded by many companies, or rebranded by many companies. The review of this CC Crane one I've seen, pretty good radio. So I'd like to have one of those. I'd rather have the CC Crane than the Red Sun one. Alrighty, what we have here? We have a Roberts, and it says it's related to the Sangean ATS 1818 CS, and it got 2.5 stars. Nah, I think I'll pass on that one. Okay, now we're World Band cassette recorders. Oh, this one's not. This is a Sony ICF SW1000T/TS, and that's this one. That got 3 1/8 stars. I have this radio. Yep, I have this radio, and it was a pretty good radio. So that's not on my list. This is Sangean ATS 1818 ACS, which is also also a Radio Shack model. I think I have reviewed that. Don't want that. This is the Sangean ICR 9500, which sells for like $3,500. It's a commercial grade piece of test equipment. So even though I'd love to have one, I will never get one of those unless somebody gives it to me. Okay, these guys, nah, skip those, skip that. I think we're at the end. Oh no, we are, let's see, what's this? I skipped a page here, did I? Yeah, I did. These are, trying to figure out what are these called. But these are high-end radios. This is an NRD 545, sold back then for $2,000. Okay. I'd like to have it on my wish list, but I'll never get that one. These are all high-end stuff. Oh, here's a ICOM ICR75, which is a very nice receiver. About, oops, I'm sorry, about $500-600 for that little guy. So and it gets 4.5 stars. So I think I'm going to quit. Yeah, here's the ICOM ICR8500A, which you will see on Gil's shows. That's what he has, one of those, about $1,500 for one of those. This is an AOR 5000. Those sell for about $2,500. So we're really out of my price range or even wish list. Okay, there's one. I've got that one sitting on my desk right here. This is the Radio Shack DX394. Nice little radio. And I think we've reached the end. Oh no, we got DMR radios. We won't go there. This is my, I mentioned in the show not too long ago, this is my Tintec RX320D, which is, I call this an SDR. But it's kind of the predecessor to the SDR. It used this software here. If I can show it to you, that software right there that came with it, to do similar to what SDR console does with the new SDRs. And they did a pretty good job, but it wasn't fantastic. The receiver wasn't fantastic, especially on HF. That, okay, no. Yeah, okay, that covers it. So I'm going to just glance over them real quick and see what would be high on my list of things that are likely I might be able to find for a decent price. Let me just glance through this real quick again. Kind of my number one. Again, I'm not going to pick one that it probably can't find. Like I say, I'm going to pass on this one, the PT80, based on some other people's reviews. Okay. Probably should have. So, oh, there's an E10 100, which is similar to the Texan PL660, which I've reviewed. Must have missed a page there. Some of these pages are sticking together. Well, thought for sure I had one in mind that I definitely wanted to get. Yeah, some of these pages stuck together, so I didn't go over all these in this book. Probably a good thing, otherwise it'd be here forever. Now, that's one I'd really like to have, but 350 up, no. And that's used, so you don't know if it's perfect. So that's kind of a risk. Oh, I should have marked it. I should have marked it. You could see I missed some of them first pass through. Yeah, which one was it? There was one that was reasonable that I'd really like to get and review, and I haven't reviewed it, and I cannot find it. It's on this first page, I'll be mad. Oh, here's another page I missed. There's so many in this. This particular issue has a ton of radios. This one I'd like to get. It came in a kit. And the kit had this radio, which is the Sony SW100, and it had that antenna kit, which I'll probably never find again. Oh, it had this antenna kit, and that was all in a carrying case. And I'd like to find one of those because this is a very unique radio in the display and what it displays. I'd like to find one of those. So that's the one I'm on the warpath right now, is the Sony ICF-SW100E. If you see one of those, let me know. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.